Chapter 1: The Awakening. In the year 2047, Earth stood on the precipice of annihilation. The sky, once a canvas of blues and oranges at dawn, now bore the scars of interstellar warfare. Alien armadas blotted out the sun, their ships an amalgamation of technology so advanced it seemed like sorcery. Humanity, united in desperation, faced not just a battle for survival, but for their very existence. The war had not always been so dire. Initial encounters with the Vraxians, a species whose empire spanned galaxies, were diplomatic. But peace was fragile, built on the quicksand of mutual distrust and envy. The discovery of Earth's unique position at a nexus of cosmic ley lines, conduits of immense power, escalated tensions. The Vraxians coveted this power, and what began as skirmishes over control of these lines soon ignited into full-scale invasion. Humanity's military, despite advances in technology and strategy, was outmatched. The Vraxians wielded weapons that could disintegrate cities and control minds. It seemed as if every victory was Pyrrhic, every defense temporary. Despair gripped the world. Then, the awakening began. It started as rumors, whispers of individuals performing feats beyond the realm of science. A soldier stopping a barrage of energy blasts with an outstretched hand. A child speaking in tongues, her voice carrying a resonance that disabled alien tech. These were not isolated incidents, but the emergence of a new paradigm of human potential. Scientists theorized that the prolonged exposure to the cosmic ley lines, now weaponized by the Vraxians, had triggered a latent evolutionary leap in a select few. These individuals, dubbed the Awakened, became humanity's beacon of hope. Their powers varied wildly, from telekinesis and pyrokinesis to more esoteric abilities like temporal manipulation and astral projection. As the news of the Awakened spread, so did the tide of the war begin to shift. Guerrilla tactics evolved, incorporating the unique abilities of these individuals. Squads were no longer just units of soldiers, but synergized teams of superhumans, each member amplifying the other's strengths. Chapter 1 opens in the war-torn ruins of what was once New York City. The once iconic skyline is now a jagged silhouette, a haunting reminder of the cost of war. Amidst this desolation, a group of awakened and soldiers prepare for a mission that could turn the tide of the war. Among them is Captain Elena Morales, a seasoned combatant whose leadership has become legend. But today, her usual confidence is tinged with apprehension. The mission is audacious, to infiltrate a Vraxian command ship and capture its general, a move that could demoralize the enemy and provide invaluable intelligence. Her team is diverse, a microcosm of Earth's desperate unity. There's Mikhail, a Russian telekinetic whose humor belies his ferocity in battle. Aisha, a Nigerian teenager with the ability to manipulate electromagnetic fields, is the group's wild card, her powers still unpredictable. Then there's Takashi, a Japanese monk who had awakened to his abilities late in life, his mastery over his own energy fields providing both defense and insight. As they make their final preparations, Elena can't help but reflect on the journey that brought them here. Each of them had lost something irreplaceable to this war, but in their loss, they found something greater, a purpose that transcended nationalities and histories. The plan is simple yet fraught with peril. Penetrate the enemy's defenses using a stolen Vraxian transport, board the command ship, and capture the general before retreating. The element of surprise is their only advantage. As they embark on their shuttle, the weight of their task settles over them. This is more than a mission, it's a statement. Humanity will not go quietly into the night. They are more than the sum of their parts, more than the technology they wield or the powers they have awakened. They are the embodiment of Earth's indomitable spirit, a force that no alien tyranny can extinguish. As the shuttle ascends, breaking through the clouds into the star-studded expanse of space, Elena looks back at the shrinking figure of Earth. This pale blood, this cradle of life and civilization, is worth fighting for. And fight they will, with every breath, every ounce of strength, and every spark of their newfound power. The final war for Earth has begun, and humanity will not yield. Chapter 2: Into the Maw. The stolen Vraxian transport, A sleek vessel designed for stealth and speed hurtled through space towards the looming command ship. Its design, a testament to Vraxian engineering, resembled a predatory fish, all sleek curves and lethal elegance. The irony of using the enemy's own technology against them was not lost on Captain Elena Morales and her eclectic team. Inside, the atmosphere was tense, each member of the team lost in their own thoughts. Elena reviewed the mission parameters, her eyes flickering over the holographic displays. Mikhail lounged in his seat, a false calm belying his coiled readiness. Aisha fiddled with a piece of alien tech, her youthful face set in concentration. Takashi sat in meditative silence, his breathing steady, a calm amidst the storm. Their approach was masked by the transport's stealth capabilities, but they all knew that the element of surprise would only last so long. The Vraxian command ship, a behemoth of dark metal and pulsing energy, loomed larger as they drew closer. Its surface was marred by the scars of countless battles, a testament to its resilience and the ferocity of its crew. As they breached the outer defenses, the silent tension broke. "All right, team," Elena began, her voice steady. "Remember, stick to the plan. We get in, grab the general, and get out before they know what hit them. Aisha, you're on tech suppression. Mikhail, you and I will handle any physical threats. Takashi, we're counting on your insights to guide us through." Acknowledgements were brief. Words were unnecessary when actions would soon speak volumes. The transport docked seamlessly with the command ship, a parasite latching onto its unsuspecting host. The hatch hissed open, revealing the dimly lit corridors of the alien vessel. They moved with practiced ease, a silent specter in the bowels of the enemy stronghold. Aisha's powers proved invaluable, her ability to dampen the ship's sensors and communication creating a bubble of invisibility around them. They encountered minimal resistance, a testament to their stealth and the enemy's arrogance. The heart of the ship, the command center, was their destination. It was here the general, a being known only by the title Overseer, commanded the Vraxian forces. Intelligence suggested the Overseer was not just a tactical genius, but also a wielder of formidable psychic abilities, making him a valuable asset, or a formidable adversary. As they neared the command center, the resistance intensified. Guards, alerted by some unseen signal, attacked with lethal precision. But they were no match for the awakened. Mikhail's telekinesis turned their own weapons against them, while Elena's military prowess cut a swath through their ranks. Then, they stood before the command center doors, the final barrier between them and their objective. Takashi, who had been a silent guardian, now stepped forward. His eyes closed, and he exhaled slowly, his hands tracing ancient symbols in the air. The door's locking mechanism, a complex puzzle of alien engineering, clicked open as if in reverence to his will. Inside, the command center was a hive of activity, a stark contrast to the silent corridors they had traversed. At the center, surrounded by holographic displays and subordinates, stood the Overseer. His appearance was imposing, his aura even more so, a swirling maelstrom of psychic energy that set the air aquiver. The moment of confrontation was electric, a standoff not just of physical might but of wills. The Overseer's eyes, dark pools of unfathomable depth, fixed on Elena and her team. A sardonic smile curled his lips, a silent acknowledgement of the audacity of their assault. "You dare," he began, his voice a resonant timbre that seemed to echo in the very marrow of their bones, "to challenge the might of the Vraxian Empire in its heart?" Elena stepped forward, her resolve a blazing torch in the oppressive gloom. "For Earth, for humanity, we dare much," she replied, her voice steady. The ensuing battle was cataclysmic. The Overseer's psychic assaults tested their limits, pushing them to the brink. Aisha's tech suppression faltered under the onslaught, Mikhail's barriers buckled, and Takashi's insights flickered like a dying flame. But it was in this crucible of desperation that their true strength emerged. United by a singular purpose, their powers synergized, weaving a tapestry of resistance against the Overseer's might. Elena's leadership, Mikhail's raw power, Aisha's ingenuity, and Takashi's wisdom converged in a storm of defiance. In the end, it was the Overseer who faltered, overwhelmed by the unexpected resilience and unity of these Terran interlopers. As he fell, defeated but not dishonored, the command center descended into chaos. The command ship's hierarchy shattered. With the Overseer in tow, the team retraced their steps, the ship's alarms a cacophonous testament to their intrusion. They boarded their stolen transport, the command ship fading into the backdrop of a star-studded canvas as they made their escape. As Earth came into view, a blue jewel against the velvet expanse, the weight of their victory settled upon them. They had not just captured an enemy general, they had proven that humanity's spirit, its will to survive and thrive, was its greatest weapon. And as they returned, heroes of an embattled world, they knew this was but the first chapter of humanity's defiance. The final war for Earth raged on, but now, with the power of the awakened and the unity of its people, humanity stood ready to face the darkness, not as scattered embers, but as an inferno of hope. Chapter 3: The Flame of Resistance. The return of Captain Elena Morales and her team to Earth was met with a fervor that transcended the bleakness of war. News of their audacious mission and the capture of the Vraxian Overseer spread like wildfire, igniting a flame of resistance across the globe. Humanity, once teetering on the brink of despair, now rallied with renewed vigor, their spirits buoyed by the tangible proof of their potential. The Overseer, once a figure of insurmountable power, was now a prisoner, his psychic abilities dampened by the very technology his species had created to control others. Confined in a high-security facility, he became an unwilling symbol of humanity's defiance and a source of invaluable intelligence. In the aftermath of the mission, the world's leaders, military strategists, and the awakened convened in what would be known as the Unity Summit. Held in Geneva, amidst the neutral grounds of a city that had survived the onslaught through diplomacy and resilience, the summit was a crucible for forging the future of humanity's resistance. Elena, Mikhail, Aisha, and Takashi were hailed not just as heroes, but as harbingers of a new era. Their story, a beacon of hope, was broadcasted, their faces becoming synonymous with the fight for Earth's future. As the summit progressed, strategies were devised, combining conventional warfare with the guerrilla tactics that had proven effective. The awakened were at the forefront of these plans, their abilities offering a tactical advantage that had been sorely lacking. Training programs were established, seeking to harness and refine the powers of those who had awakened, creating specialized units that could turn the tide in key battles. The unity seen within Elena's team became a template for these new units. Diversity in abilities and backgrounds was seen not as a challenge, but as an asset, echoing the very essence of humanity's strength and diversity. Meanwhile, the Overseer's capture provided crucial insights into the Vraxian strategies, technology, and, most importantly, their motivations. It became clear that Earth was not just another conquest, but a key to unlocking cosmic power through the ley lines, a power the Vraxians believed would grant them dominion over the galaxy. Armed with this knowledge, a bold plan was conceived. If the ley lines were the source of Earth's significance, they could also be its greatest defense. A global effort, dubbed Project Leyguard, was initiated, aiming to harness the ley lines' energy not just for defense, but to empower the awakened further. As preparations for the next phase of the war intensified, Elena found herself at the heart of the planning. Her experience and leadership made her an invaluable asset, her team's success a testament to what could be achieved with unity and determination. Yet, amid the planning and celebrations, Elena felt a weight upon her shoulders. The war was far from over, and the Vraxians, for all the setback they had suffered, were not a foe to underestimate. The capture of the Overseer, while a significant blow, was likely to provoke a fierce retaliation. In the quiet moments between meetings and training sessions, Elena pondered the path ahead. She knew the real battle, the fight for the very soul of Earth, lay ahead. The Unity Summit had lit the flame of resistance, but it was up to each and every human to carry it forward, to keep it burning against the encroaching darkness. As Chapter 3 draws to a close, the stage is set for a conflict that will determine the fate of Earth. The unity and resolve of its people, the strategic use of the Awakened, and the secrets unlocked from the Vraxian Overseer all converge on a looming horizon. The final war for Earth is not just a battle of might but of will, a testament to humanity's indomitable spirit in the face of cosmic adversity. The flame of resistance burns bright, a beacon in the night, guiding humanity on the path to reclaiming their home, their future. Chapter 4: Echoes of the Past, Whispers of the Future. As the preparations for the impending counteroffensive against the Vraxian forces took shape, the world seemed to hold its breath. The Unity Summit had ended, leaving behind a legacy of strategies and alliances that spanned the globe. Project Legard had mobilized the brightest minds and the most potent Awakened, turning theory into tangible defense systems that tapped into the ancient ley lines crisscrossing beneath the Earth's surface. In the lull before the storm, Elena found herself returning to the ruins of New York City, now a memorial and a stark reminder of what was at stake. The city, once a bustling metropolis, now stood silent, its skyline a testament to resilience in the face of devastation. It was here, amidst the whispers of the past, that Elena sought clarity for the challenges ahead. Meanwhile, Mikhail, Aisha, and Takashi each faced their own trials. Mikhail returned to his homeland, Russia, where he trained new recruits, his humor and strength a beacon for those who had awakened to their powers amidst the chaos of war. Aisha, the young prodigy whose abilities had been pivotal in the capture of the Overseer, delved deeper into the mysteries of Vraxian technology, seeking to turn their own tools against them. Takashi, the wise monk, traveled to the ley line nexus points around the world, guiding the efforts to harness their energy for Project Legard. But it was not just the heroes of the Unity Summit who prepared for the coming battle. Across the world, from the smallest villages to the largest cities, humanity rallied. The story of Elena and her team had ignited a spark that now burned in the heart of every human. The fight was no longer just a military endeavor, but a global movement, a collective will to reclaim their home. The Vraxians, sensing the shift in the tides, intensified their assaults. Their attacks became more desperate, more ferocious, as if to smother the flame of resistance before it could become an inferno. But with each attack, humanity's resolve only strengthened, their defenses bolstered by the ley line energy and the unity of purpose that now bound them together. Amidst this backdrop of war and preparation, a clandestine meeting took place. Elena, having felt a stirring in the depths of her being, ventured to an ancient site, a place where the ley lines converged with palpable intensity. It was here she encountered a figure from humanity's past, a guardian of the ley lines, long thought to be a myth. This guardian, a being of light and energy, spoke of Earth's place in the cosmos, of the ley lines not just as sources of power, but as the threads that wove the fabric of reality. The Vraxians, in their lust for power, sought to unravel these threads, unaware of the cataclysmic consequences. Armed with this ancient wisdom, Elena returned to her comrades, her resolve fortified by the knowledge that their fight was not just for Earth, but for the very order of the universe. The ley lines, once a mystery, now stood as beacons of hope, their power a testament to Earth's significance in the cosmic tapestry. As Chapter 4 concludes, the echoes of the past and the whispers of the future merge into a clarion call to arms. The stage is set for a confrontation of epic proportions, a battle that will decide the fate of Earth and its place in the cosmos. Humanity, united by a common cause and empowered by the ancient energies of the ley lines, stands ready to face the Vraxian threat, not just as defenders of their home, but as guardians of the cosmic order. The final war for Earth is upon them, and they are ready to write the next chapter in the saga of humanity's indomitable spirit. Chapter 5: The Siege of Shadows. The dawn of the counteroffensive, dubbed Operation Starfire, was marked by an eerie silence that enveloped the Earth. It was the calm before the storm, a moment of collective anticipation as humanity prepared to launch its most ambitious assault against the Vraxian invaders. The unity forged in the fires of adversity had led to this point, a coordinated strike aimed at reclaiming key territories and disrupting the alien command structure. In the command center, a hub of activity pulsated with energy. Captain Elena Morales stood at the forefront, her presence a rallying point for all who had gathered. The plan was clear: simultaneous strikes on Vraxian strongholds, utilizing the ley line-enhanced abilities of the Awakened to breach defenses that were once thought impenetrable. Mikhail, now a commander of an elite squad, was to lead a frontal assault on the main Vraxian base in Eurasia. His ability to manipulate physical forces would be key in breaking through the enemy's formidable energy shields. Aisha, her mastery over technology having grown exponentially, was tasked with infiltrating the Vraxian communication networks, sowing confusion and disarray among their ranks. Her team, a blend of tech savants and Awakened with electronic manipulation capabilities, was ready to turn the invaders' advanced technology against them. Takashi, accompanied by other Awakened sensitive to the ley lines, would undertake a mission of utmost secrecy to infiltrate a Vraxian-held nexus point and unleash a surge of ley line energy, a pulse designed to disrupt the alien psychic command network. As Operation Starfire commenced, the Earth's forces moved with precision, their actions a symphony of defiance. The night sky was lit by the fires of battle, a testament to humanity's resolve to fight, to reclaim what was theirs. The Vraxians, taken aback by the ferocity and coordination of the human assault, scrambled to respond. Their overconfidence, born from early victories and the perceived inferiority of humanity, became their Achilles' heel. The ley line-enhanced abilities of the Awakened proved to be a variable they had grossly underestimated. Mikhail's squad breached the energy shields of the Eurasian base, their entrance a maelstrom of telekinetic fury and tactical prowess. Inside, the battle raged fiercely, every corridor and chamber a battlefield where the outcome of the war was contested in microcosm. Aisha's cyber assault wreaked havoc in the Vraxian communications, her team moving like digital phantoms through the networks, their disruptions causing chaos among the alien ranks. The confusion sowed by her efforts saved countless lives, turning the tide in several key engagements. Takashi's mission, shrouded in secrecy, reached its zenith at the nexus point. The unleashing of the ley line pulse was a moment of transcendent power, a wave of pure energy that rippled through the fabric of reality itself. The Vraxian psychic network, so reliant on their controlled use of similar energies, was thrown into disarray, their command structure momentarily blinded. But victory, as it often does, came at a cost. The Vraxians, in their desperation, unleashed weapons of devastating power, their destructive fury a stark reminder of the stakes at play. Cities and strongholds, both human and alien, were consumed in the conflagration, the scars of this war etched deeply upon the earth. As Chapter 5 draws to a close, the outcome of Operation Starfire hangs in the balance. The initial successes of the human forces, buoyed by the strategic use of the Awakened and the ley lines, have given way to a grueling war of attrition. The Vraxians, recognizing the existential threat posed by this newly unified and empowered humanity, have called upon reinforcements from across their empire, setting the stage for a conflict of galactic proportions. Elena, Mikhail, Aisha, and Takashi, each bearing the burdens of leadership and the scars of battle, stand ready to continue the fight. They know that the Siege of Shadows, as this phase of the war would come to be known, is but a chapter in a saga that will determine the fate of Earth and its people. The flame of resistance, fueled by the sacrifices of countless brave souls, continues to burn brightly, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. Chapter 6: The Heart of the Storm. As the dust settled from the initial onslaught of Operation Starfire, the Earth lay scarred yet steadfast, a testament to humanity's resilience. The Siege of Shadows had exacted a heavy toll, but it had also unveiled the depth of humanity's resolve and the true power of the Awakened. The Vraxians, now fully aware of the threat posed by this once underestimated species, marshaled their vast armadas for a decisive confrontation. In the heart of this brewing storm stood Captain Elena Morales, her spirit undiminished by the losses suffered. The Unity Summit's flame, though battered by the winds of war, still burned fiercely within her and all who had rallied to the cause. The ley lines, now harnessed and protected by Project Leyguard, pulsed with a power that had become humanity's sword and shield. Mikhail, his humor now tempered with the gravity of their situation, prepared his forces for the coming tide. His abilities, once a marvel among his peers, had evolved, his control over the physical realm reaching new heights. He was not just a soldier, but a force of nature, ready to stand against the coming storm. Aisha, the young prodigy whose brilliance had turned the tide more than once, faced the challenge with a determination that belied her years. The networks she had infiltrated and turned against the Vraxians were now battlegrounds of a digital war, each victory hard-won and each loss felt deeply. Takashi, the serene monk whose wisdom had guided them through the darkest of times, now stood as a beacon of hope. His connection to the ley lines and the energies that coursed through them had deepened, his understanding of their potential growing with each passing day. As the Vraxian armada approached, a shadow that sought to eclipse the light of hope, humanity stood united. The awakened, now legion, stood at the forefront, their powers a myriad tapestry of defiance. The ley lines, once a mystery, now served as conduits for their will, amplifying their abilities and binding them in a network of shared strength. The battle that ensued was unlike any before. The sky, both day and night, was alight with the fires of war, a constant reminder of the struggle for survival. The Vraxians, with their advanced technology and numbers, clashed against a planet united, its people empowered by the very essence of their world. Elena led from the front, her strategic acumen and unyielding spirit a rallying cry for all who fought. Under her command, the awakened and the conventional forces executed maneuvers that blurred the lines between science and what once would have been called magic. Mikhail's squad, a whirlwind of telekinetic might, shattered the Vraxian lines, his power a tempest that no foe could withstand. Aisha's digital warfare turned the Vraxians' own technology into a weapon against them, her cunning and ingenuity outpacing their alien intellects. Takashi, in communion with the ley lines, orchestrated pulses of energy that disrupted the Vraxians' psychic communications, sowing confusion and fear among their ranks. His calm amidst the chaos was a foundation upon which their resistance was built. The heart of the storm was not just the battle itself, but the realization of what was being fought for. Each soldier, each awakened, fought not just for survival, but for the future of a planet that had become a beacon of resistance in a dark galaxy. They fought for the dream of peace, for the chance to rebuild from the ashes of war. As Chapter 6 closes, the outcome of this epic confrontation remains uncertain. The Earth and its defenders have shown that they will not yield, their spirits unbroken by the Vraxian onslaught. The heart of the storm rages on, a maelstrom of conflict that tests the limits of both sides. But within this chaos lies the potential for a new dawn, a future forged in the fires of resistance and the unyielding courage of those who stand in defense of their home. The final war for Earth continues, each moment a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity.